Inshallah and Ashe, my energetic beings. And I just want to say how elated I am at creating my new musing moon meditations. And just as a kickoff, what a celebratory moment, because it not only is a full moon in Sagittarius, but also, more importantly, there's an eclipse. How magical is that? So with the new moon, or the full moon, I should say, what I want to share, what I want to start with is actually the seed sounds of the energies of the elemental cosmology and what that is first. So Gemini is the seed sound of the solar plexus. So I'm going to start out with the seed sound of Ah, as in father, as in the word Ram. So it's this Ah sound. We'll start with 3 of those. And also, there's going to be an undertone of the binary frequency of both the seed sound in the beginning and then the frequency of the solar plexus. So it'll be like a background underneath my voice as we go through this corridor. So again, I am beyond excited to share insight into the moon. And the reason I chose to go with the moon is I am a reflector, so I follow the moon. And also energetically, the universe is so magical. I am also a Gemini in my sun sits in the 10th house of leaving a legacy. So who knows where this might take me, but either way, inshallah ashe, I am so grateful that you chose to experience my first musing moon meditation with this lunar eclipse in the season of Gemini. So welcome to the show. And the energy of the day of this eclipse is I think and I think again. So it opens up not just to the feelings and the sensations of what we believe, which is Sagittarius, but it's also what we think in the sign of Gemini. So we have our feelings connected to our beliefs, and we have our thoughts connected to where we're going to shine. And also we have Jupiter merging with this energy. So this is a time of great expansion. You have the heart of the belief, and you also have our intuition and our sensing. So it's a turning point in belief in ourselves and also in what we choose to believe. So the moment where you get the gist of how you're going to change, ultimately this is kind of a long-term belief about yourself and how you think about yourself. So what do you truly believe about yourself? Do you believe you're meant to go this direction? Does your heart believe it? Do your thoughts believe it? Have you healed from it? The thing is, what you believe might not be what you've been thinking. So it's imaginary field to compare those two thoughts. Thinking is the opposite of belief. So this eclipse that's coming, it's actually a tug of war between the way you think and the way you believe. So it seems that for everybody, you might start believe something different about yourself and think something different about yourself. So what do you think about yourself, and do you really believe that? Does your heart believe that everything you're going through is true? And what do you think about it, and what do you believe about it? So it's a combination of what our heart believes and what our feelings believe. So sometimes the evidence doesn't believe what our heart believes to be true. So we have to kind of play with, do we want to go with that or not? And tune into our heart as well. So it's great to pop out of some sort of thinking about yourself, because we have a lot of this belief energy popping through, along with the energy of spirit, which is Jupiter moving into Pisces, which is spirit and karma or faith. So it's our belief about our heart and what our heart's spiritual connection is or attraction is. And Jupiter will be squaring the sun, and it's moving into this further into the galactic corridor. So there's this strange feeling going on, but I look at it as a blessing more than a curse. And I'm staying in the optimistic venue of being victorious, and I wish that for you as well. So just tune into the frequency of what your heart resonates with. Stick with your feelings, and we want to shift the feelings along with the thoughts and the beliefs. Do you sense it to be true? Like, climb into your skin and really tune into what you feel and what your heart says, and then zone into your beliefs, which you're letting go of, the old beliefs, and welcome the new beliefs. Spirit is ultimately going to guide you, so that's super exciting. And tune into what your heart thinks about it. So you're getting to the absolute truth and the clarity of what you believe about yourself, and maybe not necessarily believe inside of yourself. So you're going to learn about your inner self during this eclipse and this full moon. So you might not be the same person that you thought you were. You're changing, you're shifting, and just look at yourself through a whole new perspective, because this is how the North Node in Gemini is actually going to play into this. So it's already crossing it. And this is how our heart's actually going to accept this manifestation between our thoughts and our beliefs. So you will not be the same person that you were, and you do not need to prove who you are on the inside, because all of this is actually going to be in your inner corridor, inside of yourself, more than outside of yourself. At the same time, which is actually super cool, is as we're working on ourselves and this greater picture of our future, just you're kind of framing up your ultimate big picture of what that even looks like. And also we have Mercury slowing down. Mercury is our mind, and slowing down at the magical master degree of 23. So we have our beliefs and our feelings merging into our thoughts. So we have all this galactic corridor magic happening for us in the universal corridor. So let the magic begin, I say, right? So we're going to shore up our vision for our future, and this eclipse that's going to happen, and I hope to be up for it. So we're going to accept our vision for the future and take it to heart. I am just super excited. But as you climb into your ultimate perspective, your own personal vision, your own personal frame, have this inner conversation with yourself. If what you believe is capable of happening, if you believe it inside of yourself, and also the question, do you feel you have faith in this belief and the boundaries are in the right place within yourself? Maybe you need to shift gears and close down on one aspect and bring in a new one. So you might find that you're going to let go of an old story and start shifting into your new story, a new paradigm, like something different that actually ignites your beliefs in your heart. And your thoughts are like, hey, yeah, I can do this. Like, I'm super excited. I've shifted gears. My perspective is this. And it's more of an optimistic, positive venue in your story. And just having the ability to forgive and let go. We're in this magical cycle of change, belief, and higher vibrational thoughts and affirmations. So just kind of climb into your skin. And again, as I create this meditation of our inner world and our bigger picture, image, and the old story is just letting go. And then the bigger perspective is how you see this in the bigger world. So we have all this cosmic energy going on. And again, I'm super excited to share this meditation with you and look forward to doing them from here forward. Again, I'm going to start with a full moon here, do a new moon, and possibly a dark moon. So yeah, I'm just in my own cosmic soup. So highly grateful that you're tuning in and sharing this meditation with you. So what do you believe about your thoughts of your own inner transformation on your beliefs? So that's kind of going to be our guiding light for this meditation. And the mind is super curious. I know I'm a Gemini mind, so I tend to stick within the higher vibration and corridor. I've literally been in the other dimensions, twisting the subscription channel and the frequency to stay above the grid. So we have our inner world, our primary self, and we also have our outer world vision of how we see ourselves. And then we have the world, or how the world sees our vision. So we have different aspects going on simultaneously to shift our corridor. So the entire world wants bigger and better, more grace, more happiness, more peace, more joy, anything that's possible. So it's the big picture. So where do you believe you're headed in your life? Are you happy where things are heading? What can you let go of? What beliefs are no longer serving you? So one thing that's actually more solid is our actions within our character, in our emotional state of awareness. So just tuning into that, we're feeling better on our inner side of our actions and our character. So part of us is actually naturally, organically feeling better. And when it comes to our feelings, it's just like we are just like riding the wave forward to feeling better, but our mind might get in the way and try to talk us out of it. So during this meditation, just know everything is on track. It's in the flow. It's like a river coming down from the great mountains into the galactic ocean. So just aim to feel better through this meditation as well. And you're just consciously aligning with your spiritual direction. So just feel peace in that. Feel good and gooder in there. And just feel into the solidness of it, so we can manifest this new belief system organically. So our mind is actually shifting gears, literally, and it's super exciting about the mind shifting and changing. It's not that we can't trust our mind, but we have to look at everything as temporary. A temporary moment of sanity and insanity at the same time. But everything is kind of at a temporary point of view. So if it's solid, just go with what feels right at the core of your prime directive, your heart. It's part of our destiny. It's part of what we're meant. So just trust into your heart. And this is one of those times where we have to ignore the programming that we've been receiving in our mind. And that's actually the magic of this full moon. So it's how we talk to ourselves, all of the things that we repeat, all of the things that we say. So this is all the good, juicy stuff that's up for change. And we're going to change our mind dramatically and completely. Super exciting. So this is like going to carry on through the end of the year, honestly. So it's a time when you want to use the Force, kind of like the Jedi Yoda Master. Use that Force if you're getting a bad feeling or a reservation. All you need to do is take a piece for the pause until you get new information. Let your intuition be your guide. And if it doesn't feel safe, then you have to ask yourself, Is there a way I can protect myself to feel safe? And if there isn't a way to protect yourself to feel safe, if you don't feel good, then, change the direction. And then just to add to the bubble of it all, we have fear triggering going on as well, but we're going to open up to what we feel and release those fears as well in the big picture of the galactic corridor. You might not understand it, but we're going to just kind of have to accept this galactic corridor. You might have to have a truthful theory inside of yourself that you're going to have to face. There's something magical to work through. And just know, if you have the right idea that rolls in your head, it might actually trigger a fear. But that's actually an amazing sign that actually lets you know that you're really on the right path. It is lighting the way. It's a direction you probably should go in, and just move through that fear to continue inside of you. It's like a bubbling effect. So it'll like burst out. You don't have to go that direction, but you do want to clear out that fear. So it's an option if you do want to go down that path. And also, if you were to look at the timelines, different timelines actually shift different degrees within the fear story. And you might find a belief that if you're living in a fear-based belief, it's a breakdown and a potential breakthrough in your cycle. And it also would lead to a belief that becomes a realization through our thought processing. And that's what thoughts do. It's our organic processor, like a computer. So with this full moon lunar eclipse, you're going to come with a new concept, a new belief, and you might even have like a mental breakdown where everything you thought about something starts to actually fall apart, and you're actually on the cusp of this organic breakthrough. So it's like shifting your organic story. It's going to break apart, and you might feel like you have a mental breakdown. Don't panic. It might just be that thread that's unraveling like a sweater, you're going to see a greater picture of yourself. So you want to go to your feelings. And the feelings are the part that's actually constant and guiding us. And our mind is actually shifting all the time, but it's our feelings that are always in frequency and in vibration. So some questions you want to ask yourself is, what is the story I keep telling myself? Do I still believe in that story? What is the story I keep telling myself? It could be something about your husband, your job, about yourself. Do you still believe authentically that that's the case? And if you're questioning that, go ahead and put your hand on your heart and ask those questions. So I believe that words have power, and the words we say inside ourselves and outside ourselves, those literally create the affirmations that the mind attunes to. So it's actually great just in your inner corridor to say, I am enough, I am loving, I am worthy. Anything like that speaks to your inner character. And the more you say that, not just with your inside voice, but your outside voice, you can actually bring that as an affirmation into manifestation. As long as you have a feeling with it, it will actually carry the frequency and the vibration out into the galactic corridor. So just think of some I am statements for yourself, say them out loud, and actually say them proud. So with that, let's start out with our beginning meditation, the sound of Ram, and it's all like the Father. It's spelled R-A-M. So it's Ram, Ram, Ram. So now let's move into some breath work. And if you're new to breath work, I always like to inhale for a count of 4, hold it for a count of 8, and then try and exhale longer than the 8 breaths, or inhale, I should say. So breath really is the power of energy and the energy of power. So just focus on the breath. A lot of cleansing energy for this. So we're going to clean out our third eye, which is connected to the energy of Sagittarius. So we want to just breathe in and let go of the beliefs that no longer serve us. We're going to take out everything out of our closet, and then we can keep what we want to keep. So it's like cleansing out the closet, everything out of the closet, and then literally just putting things back in that you organically wish to keep. So we're going to count up, and we're going to release all beliefs that don't serve us. We're going to utilize the power of white light with platinum energy. So we have a combination of purity, and I want you to bring it in through the center of the third eye and then release it out the back side of the third eye. So we're just going to literally do a cleansing breath through our energetic center, through our third eye. So it's just going to shift all of your brain cells through the breath. And it also includes the pineal gland. So we want to bring the pineal gland into as well. So I commit and I decide to release my beliefs temporarily. So go ahead and inhale through the third eye, and then exhale through the brain and the pineal gland. I let go of any karma attached. Inhale. Exhale through the brain and the pineal. Inhale, I let go of any resistance. Inhale. Exhale through the brain, through the pineal. Again, white light. I release all thoughts attached. Inhale. Exhale through the brain and the pineal. I release any false attachments or belonging. Again, inhale. Exhale through your pineal. I release any and all false beliefs. Again, inhale. Exhale, pineal. I release poor emotions attached to this belief. Inhale. Exhale through the pineal. I release any heartache attached to any false visions or beliefs. Inhale. Exhale through the pineal. And lastly, I connect and protect and evict any foreign debris or energy. Inhale. Exhale through the pineal. And with that, let's do a little telepathy practice. Okay, am I thinking of Archangel Zadkiel? Archangel Raguel? Or Archangel Sandalphon? Again, Archangel Zadkiel, Archangel Raguel, or Archangel Sandalphon. I'll give you 3 seconds. And I am thinking of Archangel Sandalphon. So Archangel Sandalphon is actually associated with Pisces, and Sandalphon's mission is to deliver our prayers and messages to God. Also, Sandalphon is a helper of musicians and composers. So when you invoke this archangel, just pay attention to any words or songs that actually play in your mind, because they could be messages or answers actually to your prayers. Archangel Raguel is actually friend of God, associated with Sagittarius, where our full moon is. Archangel Raguel's role is actually to create peace and harmony by healing arguments or misunderstandings. You can call on Archangel Raguel to assist you in meditating fights or mediating fights and finding solutions to disagreements by enhancing cooperations in groups or families, just relationships in general. And then we have Archangel Zadkiel. That is the righteousness of God associated with Gemini. So Archangel Zadkiel helps us with true forgiveness. And forgiveness becomes a form of compassion, because compassion is the act of reaching out to yourself and others to assist reducing those feelings of discomfort. So this archangel can actually assist you to go past those troubling memories and alleviate painful emotions. Whenever you feel that you can't forgive, you can ask for Zadkiel's blessed assistance. So all of these archangels today are actually creating this magical trine. So if Zadkiel reached out for you, go ahead and play with Zadkiel. Also, it could have been Archangel Raguel as well, the friend of God. But either way, all of this enchantment is there for you to play with. So now with that, let's finish off with a sacred prayer on this journey. So now I want you to close your eyes and bow your head. And I always like to place everything up upon an altar into the other realm. I call it my God consciousness altar. So as you bow your head and we call in both the energies of Father God and Mother God, all the archangels, including Sandalphon, Raguel, and Zadkiel, say that a few times. Whichever archangel reaches out to you, let that archangel come in. Bring in our ancestors and any of the elemental beings that you are called to. And also ground into the water. Water is actually the element of the day to bring into balance. So ground into the flow of water to bring you peace, clarity, any reconciliation, releasing all of the old and remastering the new. And as we pray into this, we're going to affirm to assist you in believing in a stronger way of yourself with love, and say them with conviction. I am believing in myself each and every moment. I am grateful for who I am and who I can be. I am letting go of all mental doubting. I am ready to release the old story in my head. So as you open your heart and your head is bowed, and we're calling in the energies of the galactic universe, along with the archangels, thank you for listening to our prayers. Today, my heart is looking about the new truth about myself. I'm tired of the confusion, the beliefs, the doubting. In my heart, I want to believe in myself and have no questions whatsoever, like I did once upon a time when I was a child of wonder. I know some things can't be forgotten, but I want to rise above the old doubts and beliefs. I want them to be unshakable till the end of time. And so it is. Inshallah and Ashe. Amen. So now following this, we'll have 3 Om chants that will come back to our third eye, and think of that vision as the chant is coming through. Again, Inshallah and Ashe, thanks for being a part of my first Musing Moon meditation.